You look very skinny. I will say that Kendall and Kylie did text me and say that they were a little concerned for you because you're really skinny.
And Kendall said it, the model.
She got excited. She's like, stop, people are worried about me? Hi, Colty baby.
Hi, Lamanda, we're in LA.
All right, so it's Lamanda. Welcome to Cards Catch Up with E! News. First episode of season 2 was Khloe's story, very moving. Now they're gonna rewind and show us everything that happened before. Kim and Khloe, the new Kourtney and Khloe, were having a really open and honest and cute conversation on a bed with shoes, as they love to do. We find out from Kim in the confessional, she's like, yeah, Tristan told me he was gonna propose to Khloe on Valentine's Day.
I'll never forget Tristan calling me, and he was gonna propose to her on Valentine's Day. And then I called him like the day after, and I was like, hey, I never heard anything from Khloe. Oh my God, did you propose? And he was like, oh yeah, I did in December.
She basically said no.
The fact that Khloe shut him down real quick, that's the stuff I want to see on the show. I wanted to see her tell him, you're trash, I can't accept this engagement.
And I feel so bad for Khloe because she wanted so badly for it to work. She didn't want to scream it from the rooftops.
I need to make sure this is a totally different relationship because I want to be proud to say I'm engaged to anyone. And that's why I said, you know, I'm not comfortable accepting this right now because I'm not excited to tell my family.
But you know what really was so sad? The fact that you are hurt by someone doesn't mean you stop loving them instantly.
Yeah.
The hardest part about it all is training yourself to unlove someone. We did all these things together, and so learning how to undo all those things, that takes time. Just because someone does you dirty doesn't mean you fall out of love with them instantly.
That just shows
I'm like, really
Khloe's
though?
character.
The third time? No, I'm just kidding. But I'm just wondering, like, what is there to love? Show us.
Right? I know.
I don't know. And Khloe said, like, I know better, but I didn't do better.
I'm just like, shame on me, almost. I know better, and I didn't do better because I had so much hope and like faith.
Everybody's worried about Khloe. They were talking about her being really skinny.
You look very skinny. I will say that Kendall and Kylie, not that I'm trying to out them, but they did text me and say that they were a little concerned for you because you're really skinny. And I said, I think she's a bit stressed.
What was Khloe's reaction?
The supermodel thinks I'm skinny.
And Kendall said it, the model.
Kendall said it.
I know she got excited.
Oh my
She was
God,
like,
yeah.
she's like, stop, people are worried about me? I'm that skinny that people are worried about me? I wanna say, like, it is a controversial thing to be talking about and being proud of like a huge weight loss that she didn't need, right?
No.
Or that it came from stress, like that's sad. When Kris Jenner gets that call that Kylie's in labor, isn't it funny that like she didn't wake up from it, but Corey did?
Babe, wake up. Wake up. Kylie's into labor.
What? Is it time?
Yes, it's time.
Oh my God.
I'm still a little shocked with their relationship because we don't see it all the time.
Yeah.
So when we do see him, I'm like, oh wait, like they do have sex.
Okay, I'm like, Kylie's baby, fine.
The birth
like, we
of
don't
the
care.
baby.
But no, let's
Okay.
talk about those fridges. I want them so badly,
I know.
and all those bottled drinks and all those snacks.
She's gonna want snacks. Kettle corn. Oh, chili cheese.
We finally got to go to Cedars-Sinai,
We finally
the
got to
hospital of all the Kardashian births.
go. I know. You're gonna give birth there, aren't you?
Well, when I was there one time, I had to go for an accident, and the entire time I was like, where did the Kardashians give birth? Like, can I go see it? I was a little drunk. But I would have done it sober too.
Okay.
We got the first episode of Khloe, like literally, where was Kim in that delivery room? Like, Kris Jenner did not get as much footage as Kim Kardashian did. The birth thing scene, yeah, was nothing special. Like, leave it to Kylie to give us the bare minimum, and I still ate it up though. Kylie went over to the house to talk about giving birth.
They said that they weren't sure about a name from the get-go, and then Khloe suggested Wolf, and they were like, okay, WW, like, it worked.
We really didn't have a name. 24 hours before, we had to sign the birth certificate, or else they just, you know, register him as without a name and he doesn't get a social security number. And then Khloe said, like, the day before we signed, like, what about Wolf? And I was like, oh, I like the WW. And right after I signed the birth certificate, I was like, what did I just do?
But I just feel like it's just a redundant thing now. I feel like Travis is kind of like, what the f are you doing? I don't care about this baby's name.
Travis actually still changes his name a few times. He'll come back and be like, I really like this name. And then for the day, he'll call him that. And I'm like, we can't do this again.
Do you remember the quiz, the boyfriend quiz? He probably doesn't know the baby's name.
Lady
Lady?
basketball.
No.
Lit? No? Oh, Storm.
No.
Oh my God, if he doesn't know anything about Kylie, yeah, does he think he has a preference?
I feel like that quiz thing, she was like, what's our daughter's name? And he's like,
Can we talk about MJ on the back, just sitting on the bar stool the entire conversation? When Kylie and Kris were talking about MJ is in the back, like Kris Jenner's wax figure.
Kris Jenner's wax figure.
Just sitting there, not moving. Couldn't Kylie and Kris let MJ sit on the couch and they sit at the bar?
Aww.
I know, I felt bad for MJ.
So this episode, we get a little bit of Kravis moments. First
A little.
Of all,
We got a lot.
We got a lot. But first we get Kourtney kind of planning out her wedding, and then they go to Palm Springs with Corey and Kris, which I think is such a cute double date. I mean, listen, they are attached at the hip. They're all over each other all day, PDAing it up.
So they're at Palm Springs at Kourtney's house, and Kourtney's telling the story of her cleaning the dishes in the nude.
This morning I did all the dishes completely butt naked.
You do the dishes naked?
Not a one
Just
thing
because
on.
you...
I just was naked and I walked by, I saw there were dishes, and it's like, no, you kinky little. We see you. You wanted to do the dishes naked.
Because at home we have 6 kids and we don't, you know, we sleep with clothes on.
Is it weird how open Kourtney is about like her sexcapades with Travis in front of not only Kris Jenner but Corey, who's like her age?
Kourtney's older than Corey.
I know. And meanwhile, she's like, I was naked, and like maybe he's getting a. I don't know.
Well, the fact that Corey's probably, he's like, take notes, Kris, about your daughter being naked.
What is happening?
Babe, I need you to take notes from Corey.
Okay.
So Kris asked Kourtney on this episode, like, what's happening with the baby?
Yeah, which we saw in season 1, the most sensual doctor's visit ever. But I just was excited to hear because every single day Kourtney gets hounded that she's pregnant, every single day.
After 8 months of our IVF journey, we took a break and wanted to try things naturally. Everyone involved felt we should give it one more shot. We did one final egg retrieval and we are just waiting on the genetic testing results, but it has made it to an embryo.
It was funny though that Kris called it a scrambled egg, no?
What is happening with the scrambled egg?
Yeah, I was like, what's going on for breakfast? Like, that's the first thing I think of, like an egg just getting cracked open. But they do have an embryo, which is really exciting.
Like, I have this feeling like Kravis is gonna make a baby.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it takes, they're gonna have a baby together because their love needs to be scrambled into an egg and then a baby.
We need more Kardashian babies.
Yeah, 17 isn't quite enough. So what did you guys think about this week's episode? Let us know in the comments below.
And make sure to check out all of our past episodes in case you missed them.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Oh,